Hello players, welcome to another beautiful game that was played between Arjun Erigaisi and Peter Prohaszka. I think you all know who Arjun is. For those who don't know, he is currently India's #1 player. His world ranking is number 4. This game was played very recently, I think 1 or 2 weeks back in Budapest, Hungary. In this game, Arjun had used the white pieces and Peter had used the black pieces. In this game, Arjun made a wonderful queen sacrifice at the end. So I insist you to watch the video until the end. Come, let's dive into the game. Arjun started the game with c4. This is English opening, and black responded with e6. Then knight c3, d5, then d4, knight f6, knight f3. Now the English opening has turned into a Queen's Gambit decline 3 knights variation. Then bishop e7, c cross d5 and e cross d5. Then white plays bishop f4, then knight h5. Usually in games like this, white used to play bishop g3 or pawn e3. But in this game, Arjun had played bishop d2. He just retreated his bishop. Then black castles on his king side. White is still not ready to castle either side. He plays e3. Then knight f6. Then bishop d3 and knight bd7. Then queen c2 and c6. Now Arjun becomes very aggressive and plays g4. King is now ready to castle either side, but still he didn't castle and planned for an attack. Black cannot capture this free pawn. If he does, then white can play bishop h7. But that's not the only problem. Now this rook can become very active through this g file. So due to these reasons, black did not capture this pawn. Instead, he played knight e4. Now white plays h4. He has started putting some additional pressure on the king side. Now black plays rook e8. Then g5, then f5. White now does en passant move, that is g cross f6, followed by knight d cross f6. Still the white king has not been castled and not very safe. But Arjun doesn't care about that. He is still in an attacking mode, so he plays knight g5. Now the problem starts for black. He cannot capture this knight, as this knight will be forced to move here, and then h7 square will become extremely weak. So in this game, black tried to threaten this knight by playing h6. Now knight c cross e4, then d cross e4, then knight cross e4, again knight cross e4 and bishop cross e4, then bishop e6. Now rook g1, then bishop f6, and finally white castles on his queen side. Now queen e7, then bishop g6. Now this rook is under attack, so he plays rook d8. Now bishop c3 and a5. Black is now trying to put some pressure on this side, but Arjun is not at all worried about that. Now white plays bishop f5. He is offering an bishop exchange, but black is not ready to accept the exchange. He plays bishop cross a2. Now rook g6, then rook f8, then rook g1. Now the black's king is a bit worried. He doesn't want to be in this g file due to these two rooks, so he plays king h8. Now white plays e4, then rook f7, then queen d2. Now there is a big threat at this h6 square. If black plays something like this, then white can sacrifice this rook, then pawn cross rook, then queen cross pawn check. Black will be forced to block this queen with this rook, then bishop cross rook, then queen cross bishop, then queen cross bishop check. Now the king cannot move anywhere, so he will be forced to block this with this queen, then queen cross queen will be a checkmate. Black has foreseen all the consequences, so he played queen f8. Now white cannot make this rook sacrifice, as this pawn is protected by this queen. That's the logic behind playing queen f8. Now white plays d5, then c cross d5. Now Arjun makes a brilliant move. He did not capture this pawn back. Instead he plays pawn e5. Black responds with bishop cross h4, then e6. This rook is under attack. He plays rook f6. Now e7. This pawn is now threatening black's queen. Black is irritated by this pawn's behavior, and so he decides to capture this and plays queen cross e7. Now Arjun makes the spectacular queen sacrifice by playing queen cross h6. Then g cross h6. Now rook cross h6 check. This rook cannot be captured, as the black's rook is pinned by this bishop. He cannot move the king as well, since the g file is protected by this rook. So the only move left for black is queen h7. Then rook cross queen will be a checkmate. The rook cannot be recaptured due to this bishop's support. This is undoubtedly a very impressive ending. Arjun is just 21 years old. I strongly believe he has the potential to become world number 1 in the future. I really hope you all loved this game. If you did, please hit the like button. This game was suggested by one of our subscribers. I usually analyze the games that were played hundreds of years ago. As you all know, in my previous videos, I would have shown only very old historical games. I don't follow these new games much. So if you happen to witness any beautiful game that has been played recently, you can always suggest me in the comment section. If you are watching my videos for the first time, I suggest you to subscribe to my channel right now for more interesting chess games like this. Let's meet in another battle. Thank you.